Okay, guys, let's move it, move it, move it. Sorry, Dan, I still haven't had a chance to make a proper start on the work you sent me because I felt I had to get this out first. I haven't had a chance to look at the news either. Someone just did say that Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew, has been arrested because of events concerning their island and Epstein. I don't feel sorry for Andrew, don't get me wrong, but I never forget during the Falklands War, I respected his courage for what he did down in the Falklands, but he's got to pay for his crimes, same as all of us. Uh, I hope there is a God. I really do. I'd like to see people answer for the things they do on this earth. Anyhow, what are we talking about? And we're going to talk about it fast, I hope. We're going to be talking about the problems, if they are that, between, if you like, those who support the college way of determining the leadership and direction of a party, as opposed to perhaps, and we don't know this for sure, the Restore Britain way of selecting a leader and deciding the way of the party. Okay, so on the one side you have the college, Advance UK, and on the other side you have direct democracy with Restore Britain. I've got experiences of working with both, actually. So let's make a start, shall we? The governance model for the college and the leader structure. Advantages: internal oversight and accountability, shared responsibility in decision making, mechanism for leadership replacement if required, reduced reliance on a single personality. I'm well aware that Guardian Mose, who I really do respect, this is something that he's personally concerned about, is the mechanism for leadership replacement if required. Okay, what are the structural risks? Potential for internal factional maneuvering, perception of decisions made by a smaller group, slower decision making in urgent situations, risk of leadership instability if challenges become frequent. When it started off, one of the biggest attractions to Advance UK for me was the fact that they had an electoral college, because it meant they could at least replace their leader, as opposed to what was happening in the Reform Party with Nigel Farage, who cannot be removed. So obviously I'm going to go for a college in that instant. Yeah, I knew that I would never really stick with that position, because I've seen what happens when a college goes bad, and it can go bad. A few individuals can call a leadership challenge after a leadership challenge after a leadership challenge, and factions would form within the college, and that is destructive for a party. It destroyed the National Front in the late 60s, 70s and early 80s. Okay, but let's leave that there for a second. Have a quick look, because we're now going to go to the other one. Yeah, so that was the college. Now let's have a look at what Restore are offering. Direct democracy. Direct democracy is only really carried out, I think, in Switzerland. It's a superb way of governing a country. Direct democracy, as opposed to ours, which is a representative democracy. And we've seen how that works out for the UK, haven't we? Anyhow, the advantages of a direct democracy. Now, I've been in a direct democracy. The BNP was a direct democracy. There's a strong sense of member empowerment. Yes, you feel it. I think you've seen my enthusiasm for the BNP members and their activists. There's a high level of democratic legitimacy. The members can remove the leadership. Yeah. Increased engagement and participation. The members control the party. Reflects the collective will of the party. It stops a small cabal of people overthrowing a good leader. Yeah, it might take longer to remove a leader because you have to call a special uh, meeting for the members to vote on the new leader if they want one. Yeah, so it does work. However, it doesn't mean that there still can't be coups, because within the BNP after the last election, where Nick Griffin won massively, yeah, he lost the support of the officers, and the division continued and brought the party down. But to me, it's better than a college, yeah. But I could accept either if that is the will of the people. Now, the risks of a direct democracy. Possible division within the membership, yes. Vulnerability to populist influences, yes. What could that be? That could be someone, well, not me, I'm not big enough, but a real large YouTube channel, say with a couple of million members, could easily sway the members of the party by drip feeding them poison to call for the overthrow of what is a real good leader. So there is that vulnerability. But I think most patriots are too stupid to fall into a trap like that. Risk of poorly informed or emotional choices, yeah. Could be swung by some tragic event which might cause them to go off and do something really silly, yeah. The other one, final one, longer decision-making process, yeah. That is, if there is major change, it can take a while. But for the day-to-day running, where it's all left to the leadership to react, then it is much faster under a direct democracy than it would be under a college direction. Okay, now, finally, we have to go to this. Finding common ground. We got to find common ground between, if you like, the ethno-nats and the Congress people, because the ethno-nats favour a direct democracy, restore party style, and it seems to me that the ones who have a problem with people like me want the college so that they or their friends can control the direction of the party, excluding people like me. Good stuff, isn't it? But we've got to find common ground, and that's the title, isn't it? The path forward, dialogue and compromise. Shared objectives. We all want the best for our country. You wouldn't argue with that, would you? It's just the way we get there. We all want to get to the same destination. We just can't choose the car to go in. So the shared objectives are democratic and legitimate leadership, strong, stable and effective government, member trust and public confidence, unity and electoral success. If we don't gain electoral success, it doesn't matter what we argue or bicker about. We've lost, and if we lose our country. Importance of dialogue. You heard me say it. I'm prepared to talk to Richard Inman. He's not prepared to talk with me. I'm prepared to work with Richard Inman, but he won't work with me. We've got to stop this, guys. We've got to work together. Someone said in the comments, we've got to learn to agree to disagree. I'm prepared to do that. Respect different views within the party. Yes. Engage members, faction and stakeholders early. Yes. And seek consensus through open discussion. We have to be pragmatic. We have to learn to compromise. I'm an ethno-nationalist, but I recognize that the days of this country ever being 100% white are gone. Yeah, I would be happy if we were around about 80%, and I am more than happy to work alongside people like Guardian Mose, who I totally respect. I would fight alongside people like Guardian Mose. I would die for people who support this country. We've just got to talk. I'm sure that we could reach a compromise with each other if only we were pragmatic and put our country before winning political points. Right, areas for compromise. This is why I couldn't do your work, Dan. I had to do this. College model flexibilities. A clear definition of roles, transparent decision rules, regular leadership reviews, member appeal mechanisms. Over on the right, the direct election safeguards. Candidate eligibility criteria. Well, it's obvious. Member education initiatives. Keep our members educated and informed, as to what we are doing. Cooling off periods for changes. We don't act in the heat of the moment, Say we're going to do something, think about it. It's something I'm learning to do as a YouTube creator, because if I started firing off what I thought as soon as I read something, it would be a totally different video to the one that you see. Right, conflict resolution processes. We've got a problem. I have a problem with Richard Inman. No, I don't have a problem with Richard Inman. Richard Inman has a problem for me. I'm using Richard Inman, if you like, to represent all the people who feel the same way. So it's not Richard Inman per se. We've got to be able to resolve our differences. So we need to have a process for doing that, where we sit and talk, not start shooting at each other on sight. Right, the way forward for both parties. Establish joint working groups that interact with each other. Put party unity and country first, And if necessary, develop a hybrid approach, which is what I said about compromise and being pragmatic. And then commit to implementing the agreed model. Okay, guys. That's all I've got for you. Take a look at it, read it, think about what I've said. All right, guys, I've got to go. You've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. See you on the next one. Move it, move it, move it.